Ian Fraser, CEO of Fathom Nickel, is here to give us updates on the Gochager Lake Project. But before that, Ian, I understand that you were just in New York with Doug doing a bit of a roadshow. Can you start us off with an insight to investor impression of Fathom Nickel?
Yeah, well, no, thanks for asking the question. Yeah, we were in Boston and then Atlanta, and then the last 3 days of the week was New York City. Visiting people that are shareholders and continuing to update existing shareholders and just gathering new eyeballs, as many people that we can get interested in this story. And I say the overall sentiment was very, very good. They're starting to recognize that in these difficult times, we continue to advance the projects, and in particular, an emphasis has been on Gochager, and they understand that. The results that we've been putting out are starting to demonstrate scale, and people are starting to understand that, which I think is probably the biggest takeaway.
Well, yes, speaking of scale, it seems that every new piece of exploration you throw at the property at the moment is extending that deposit footprint. Can you catch us up on the latest soil geochem results and how they are building on previous announcements, such as the pXRF towards the end of October?
Yeah, well, so we had some news out last week, and we were illustrating the nickel and soil results. And of course, we have multiple elements in soil results, but it's important to I guess what I was most encouraged by was the coincident soil with the coincident rock geochemistry, that being the pXRF. So we're seeing things, 3.5, 4, even 5 kilometers along strike where we know we have the disseminated gabbro, and we're seeing a very nice soil signature, with nickel-copper-cobalt and the important pathfinders, magnesium and chromium. So that's telling us we have a magmatic nickel sulfide signals well removed from the historic Gochager Lake deposit. So again, we're starting to demonstrate scale. It's been our intention all along to find a nickel district in Saskatchewan, and I think this is proof that that's not, I shouldn't say proof, that's a bit bold, but certainly illustrating the potential to find more than just the Gochager Lake deposit.
So it seems like all signs are pointing towards drilling being imminent at Gochager. But tell us, in this area of Saskatchewan, is winter going to impede or boost these efforts?
It's going to boost these efforts, and I'll answer that sort of 2 points. I think I mentioned previously this permit that we have to bring equipment, bring fuel in, and we're going to construct a core shack at the camp that we have. So we can do that all over frozen trails and frozen swamps, and we'll build an ice road on a couple of the larger lakes to get the equipment across uh, via winter trails. And again, this eliminates our dependency on helicopters. So that's going to be a tremendous cost savings, all in cost per meter. And then once you get the equipment there, and yes, it does get cold in Saskatchewan in January and February, but as long as you keep everything from freezing, it's actually a favorable time of year because it's just that much easier to move around. Snow machines, and in this case, we'll have a skidder. We'll be able to move the drill from location to location across frozen swamps, across frozen lakes. So it is the optimal time of year to be doing a drilling program.
And finally, Ian, could you leave us with a bit of an idea of when we can be expecting the next big news flows?
Well, we're continuing to work on these soil geochem results, and I'm hoping we'll have the remaining rock assay results possibly this week. And that will add to just some further fine tuning, some further interpretation of the combined pXRF soil anomaly. So we anticipate that we'll have a little bit more news, kind of a wrap up of the pXRF, the rock geochemistry, the soil geochemistry within the next couple of weeks, I would think. And then we're working very hard at trying to figure out a way that we'll be out there drilling sometime in Q1 2026.
Well, please let us know as soon as you figure that one out.
Indeed.